Hi, for those of you who may not be aware, us guitarists happen to like having what's called a beater, which is a device you can take out and beat the hell out of down at the beach or the local park or anywhere else like that. Now, I've recently taken up playing an EWI, and I found this one on AliExpress, and it goes by the name of the Irin S56. It's not big, it's very compact, runs for about 5 or 6 hours on batteries, has removable covers for the mouthpiece, which is nice, and it has quite a degree of controllability. Anyway, there are several things about it that weren't quite right from the very beginning, one of which was the octave switches. Now, the Akai's and some others use octave rollers, which are very good, but this thing used little button switches, and there were 3, one of which, the middle one for the middle octave, for the natural octave, was actually redundant. So what I did was I converted it using an old heavy plectrum, and I cut myself a small block, as you can see, put some spacers underneath the ends, and then glued it over the octave up and octave down buttons. So it now works like an octave rocker. So I slide pressure on this end for up and down on this end for the lower octave, and it works beautifully. It's much more controllable. Anyway, other thing is that the thumb rest was just a groove approximately here, and it didn't do anything, and it was slightly out of position by my standards. So what I did was I carved a new one out of a piece of pine I had sitting handy and glued it on. Only needed impact adhesive, it's not taking any strain, and that works beautifully now. Third thing I found that could be fixed was I wanted to use a lanyard on it, because having come from playing trad flute for many years, C sharp is all fingers off, and you do that on this device, and if you're using the upper or lower octaves, it starts pushing, which is not a good idea. So what I did was you can see it here, I got an art hook, something I'd use on one of my drawings, and I just literally screwed it into the thumb rest, and that now works fine. Anyway, these things, they've got the basic controls that you need. The upper one up here doesn't work. That's there for show. I don't know why they did it, but it's there for show. Anyway, everything else works. Your usual things: sharp, flat, sharp, and double flat. Gets you your C, and that's pretty much about it. The cost over here was I think I paid 90 New Zealand dollars, which is pretty good. In the UK or the US, it's probably going to be around about $50 or $60 to buy one of these, and they're great. You can take them to the beach. You can do anything with them. It's fun, and that's what it's all about. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? Anyway, sounds. I particularly like the soprano sax on this one. So here we go. You hear a little bit of it. There are other good voices on here, particularly the alto sax isn't too bad. The soprano I like. The clarinet is quite a smooth sound. The trumpet actually has a nice brassy little tinge to it. That's quite pleasant. The flute is quite good. The ocarina, a bit thinner than the flute. It's okay. And the other one I found surprisingly useful is actually the violin. So there's enough for playing around. So this is basically a beta EWI, and they're great fun. They're not all that expensive, and I think everybody should have one. They're amazing instruments, and you've got the choice of flute or sax fingering. The thing about the flute is the way they've designed it is on the Chinese system. Not surprisingly, it's pretty much based around the fingering of a dizzy, and they measure it differently. So you need to be aware of that. But then again, you've got transpose, so you can take care of that, put it where you want. Anyway, I thought I'd just do this quick video and let people see what I was talking about. Have fun. I'm going to go and play a bit more with this, and then I might have a go on my 5000 later. Thanks for watching.